Would you really like to transform your business wardrobe so that you can go from feeling ugh and it feeling hard to know what to wear in your business to being excited and making it really easy to have a wardrobe that makes getting dressed super easy? Let's dive in. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Well, if we have not met before, hello, my name is Nikki Henricks, and I am a personal brand stylist, and I help equip female entrepreneurs to create capsule brand aligned business wardrobes so that getting dressed is easy, it's fun, and they are seen better, remembered better, and hired more often for their business. And ultimately, what that equals is creating more impact through their business. So, female founders, let's get started for today's episode. Okay, so I want to talk about if you have ever felt that getting dressed, knowing what to wear for your business attire, for your business outfit, if that's ever felt hard or stressful. I want to talk about that today. And I want to bring it up why this could be happening to you, especially because it might be something that you may not even be realizing. So let's go over what could be making you feel that way. We're not going to stop there. I'm going to give you some takeaways so that you can really transform your business wardrobe. Because here's the thing is that it's going to impact your business. Not only is it causing stress in your mornings, it's impacting your business. How? Well, let's say you wake up, you are all excited to you're all excited to go live in your Facebook group that morning. And so you're getting this done, that done, and then you go to your wardrobe and you're like, ugh, okay, what should I be wearing today? And you just kind of get frustrated. You're like, do I have, like, what exactly should it be? What's even in here? It's like frustration, and it just feels hard to like narrow down your outfit. Well, how does that impact your business? Well, that energy that you had that you were so excited to go live with your Facebook group, that like goes way down. And that's really hard to get it back up. So like sure you pick out the outfit on, it's going to take you either a long time to get back to that mindset, or there's a potential that you could never get quite as much energy like you were, excitement like you were, back to be able to pour into that Facebook group. And what do people say? I've heard it many times. I don't know if this is the original quote where it comes from. I heard it from like a 7 or 8 figure female entrepreneur multiple times that teaches ladies how to sell. And basically, sales is a transfer of energy. And so if you do not have that energy as you are going into that Facebook group, you are not going to sell them as well, whether you're selling them with an idea or selling them to join your next, group offer that you're offering, you don't have that same energy. And so there's many other reasons we could go into of why it affects your business, but there's just one. So let's dig into why why does it feel so hard to know what to wear, to get dressed in the mornings for your business? And also, yeah, I'm going to cover the 3 points of what it is. It may not be something you realize. So, number one, so you go to your wardrobe, you're like, okay, I need to get dressed. And then you're like, ooh. And you might be experiencing decision fatigue. So, what is decision fatigue? Well, basically, our brains, we have to make decisions like so many times a day. If you are a mom, not only do you have to make decisions for yourself, you have to make decisions for your kiddos as well, right? Like they'll be like, Mom, um, what about this? Should I do this or this? Then you're having to make decisions for them. And then you multiply each child, however many children you have, and so many decisions, right? And, depending on your mornings, even if you get dressed right away in the morning, you could have already made so many decisions. And so when your when your brain gets that overload of like so many decisions already and you have to make another decision and you're like staring at your wardrobe and you're like, okay, I need to figure out an outfit. I need to figure out an outfit. And if it's for your business, you're probably like, okay, how do I look professional? Like, what's going to make me look elevated, attract those premium clients, like what's going to look on brand, like what can I find in here that's going to make me look confident? And so there's like all these categories that you're trying to decide of like this one outfit that will check all the marks. And depending on your wardrobe size, like there could be so many things. And so it can totally overload your brain and cause decision fatigue. And a lot of times this will make you have you make like a quick decision, possibly. You finally be like, you know what? I'm just gonna make this decision. And a lot of times it is a lower quality decision because your brain just is like, we gotta make a decision quick. We gotta conserve energy. We've already done 500 decisions this morning, probably not quite that much, but maybe. And like, okay, just gonna go with this outfit. And so, yes, you get an outfit to wear, but you probably didn't check all those boxes. So, um, it's like if you've ever gone to the grocery store. I don't know how many times you often go during the week. We live a ways away, so I try to go like once a week, and sometimes we gotta go a little bit more. But like, have you ever gone to the grocery store and you're like, okay, I'm going to get the meals for the week. Except you go there and like you don't have any meals planned out. And so as you're like going and you are like getting the every week stuff, like the fruit and the veggies and stuff. And then you're also like, okay, I need to figure out, like, maybe you're at the aisle with like the the noodles and the pasta stuff and stuff. And so you're there and you're like, okay, I need to like pick one of the I need to figure out what to make this week. And so you're like staring at the stuff and you're like, okay, I could make spaghetti, but then we had that, like a few days ago. I could make lasagna, but then um oh, that one of my kiddos doesn't love it. I could make that like taco pasta. And so like fine, like you're like, I could do this and this and this and this and this. And your brain's like, stop, there's too many decisions. And so you just like pick one. But it's stressful, right? When you do not have that planned out. And this is what happens and is the big one huge reason of why it's feeling hard is because you are making these decisions in the moment. This is the point. When you are just deciding what to wear, when you are asking yourself, what should I wear for my business today? And you are asking yourself that right in the moment of when you need to do it, you are going to experience these three things, and that's what makes it feel hard. That's what makes it feel stressful. That's when you don't want to look forward to getting dressed. That's when it stops the energy from continuing on to incorporating it into the rest of your business. So, first reason is decision fatigue. When you are trying to figure out that outfit right in the moment, you're most likely going to experience decision fatigue. And so that's why it's feeling so hard. That's why it's feeling so difficult. And then number two is it may be feeling harder than it needs to because you don't actually know really what's in your wardrobe. Like, you have a lot of pieces and you're like, okay, I just got through three new pieces last week because I'm like getting dressed feels so difficult. So I'm like, I probably need some new things. freshen it up, get me excited, and still you're like, I just don't know what to wear. And it could be because like you really don't have an idea of what you have to work with because A, like you have so many things and or B, like you haven't really taken time to like look at what you actually have. And so you don't really know what you are working with. It's like, let's say you were gonna build something, or okay, let's say you had family pictures and you like had to figure out your kids' pictures, your kids' outfits for that picture day, and you've never really took inventory. And so it's right before picture day, and you're just like scrambling to find like something for them to wear. If you actually knew, like, okay, they have like, let's say you have blue pants, and you're like, okay, they have patterns, like they have three pattern shirts that will go with those blue pants. You knowing that, like that's easy to be like, okay, we're gonna grab one of those three pairs of pants, of shirt with pants, we're good to go. Whereas like if you are like their closet's full and grabbing a pair of pants and you're like, what's going on here? It's going to take you a lot longer. It's going to feel a lot harder than if you know intentionally, like, okay, yes, I do. There is a shirt to go with those pants. So that's what it can be like in your closet, not really knowing what you can put together or what you even have. Like, you need different of outfits for different events going on in your business. And so you could keep buying stuff and buying stuff. And like, unless you really take inventory, you don't know, like, okay, I have that speaking engagement next week. I better buy a new top. And so you keep adding, there's just too many pieces. We go back to decision fatigue. It's just too much for your brain. So whereas if you are, know what's in your closet and you're like, oh yeah, I have those speaking shirts, that three shirts that are great for speaking. I just picked one of them, much easier to get dressed for that speaking engagement. So not knowing what you have in your closet for your business is also going to make it feel challenging to get dressed. And then number three is you don't know how to dress to be brand aligned. And what I mean by this is you don't know how to dress in a way that is, number one, going to align with your business identity, like who you are and you are becoming. Number two, how to dress in a way that is consistent and aligns with your brand values. And number three, dressing in a way that um, is going to draw in your best premium client. So I talk about brand alignment a lot because I am a personal brand stylist. And so um, when you are getting dressed for your business, like a lot of times we think, okay, I need to look professional. I want to dress in a way that will show that I'm the expert. But a lot, like, and does it look nice on me? Do I like wearing it? Like, we go often very shallow than when we should go deep into really understanding um, what you should wear in your business. And when you are brand aligned, it's going to help you be seen more. It's going to help you be remembered, you and your brand more, and it's going to help you be hired more often. And so I wanted to take some time, and this is the third reason is that so you're going to your wardrobe and you haven't like you're like, okay, it's Monday, new day, new week, I need to wear something. And you could find a shirt and pants, but you also have in the back of the mind, like, okay, like I probably should go beyond just a blouse and trousers, but you're not sure, like, what does that look like even? You might pick something out and be like, it looks okay, but I really don't want to wear it. And that's because it is not aligned. When you wear it, it does not feel like that woman that you are becoming. Or, maybe you're like, find a shirt and pants and you're like, ooh, I really like this. But you kind of question, you're like, I don't know if this really speaks my brand. Is this consistent with my business brand? Because every outfit, every piece that you wear is communicating to people, and your brand is communicating to people, whether it's your website, whether it's the things you say, that is all communicating. And so you might be like, okay, is what is communicating through my clothes communicating the same thing through my brand and my clothes? Are they saying the same thing? And so you might be like, okay, how does that even work? How do I do that? And then thirdly, you're probably like, okay, and maybe you're holding up a blazer and you're being like, okay, let's see, my best clients, like, is she gonna find this good? Is this like formal enough? Or is it too formal? And so just those questions in your mind and not really having a clear answer on how to to make sure that what you are picking out is answering all those questions, that can also make it feel very challenging in knowing, okay, this is what I should wear today. So those are just 3 reasons of why you might be feeling like getting dressed should be easy, but it's very challenging in the mornings. So I want to talk about, okay, like, understand the problem. I'm getting decision fatigue. I don't really know what's in my wardrobe for my business. I don't really know exactly, like, how am I the outfits I'm wearing for my business, are they like making me feel like my future self? Are they attracting my best client? Are they aligned with my brand values? Help. How does it get better? Well, let me tell you, it gets better. You can make it a lot better. And it does not have to be that difficult. It does not have to be difficult. We're not going to say that difficult. We're saying it does not have to be difficult. Okay. So I'm going to give you some takeaways of what you can do. So here's the thing. If you are just kind of going on autopilot on, like, I added a few things this spring to my wardrobe, it's probably good enough. No. If you are a female founder, like, do you run your business that way in other areas? Like, you know, I looked at my numbers in January, it's probably fine. Or, like, in so many other areas of business, do you just kind of like, it's probably good enough, where you're not intentional, where you don't plan ahead at all? No, you're not like that. You are intentional. You plan ahead so that when it is in the moment, like, if you're doing a speech, you're going to plan ahead so that in that moment that you have to do the speech, like, you know what you are going to say, right? And that's how it should be with getting dressed. But here's the thing is that when you are intentional and you do it like once, then every day when you get dressed, it can be the simple decision. What should I wear? This is what I should wear. Or one out of these things, a low category, one out of these three outfits, this one, boom, done. Keep that energy going. So you really need to be intentional and put thought into your business wardrobe so that's like one time a season. Now, depending on when you are watching this, you might be like, it might be in the middle of the season. Let's talk about how we can do it for the rest of the season. So, ideally, I find as a personal brand stylist, it is great to do really go through your wardrobe 4 times a year, for spring, summer, fall, and winter. Even just to do an audit so that you understand what's in it. But when you take some time, even just 60 minutes to evaluate, audit what you have, narrow it down so you're not choosing from 20 tops, and understand what it means to have brand aligned clothes so it's hitting those 3 points: best clients, business identity, and brand values. When you do that, it's so much easier to get dressed. So, um, how does it get rid of the 3 points we talked about? So when you do it in advance and you narrow down the decisions, you are much more likely, it's going to be much easier for you to just make a quick decision to get rid of that decision fatigue. Number two, instead of like, I don't even know what I'm working with, when you do a quick audit, you will understand, oh, okay, like this is what I actually have to work with. And number three is when you are intentional and when you are planning that one time of like, okay, this is what I need and this is what I'm going to have in my business wardrobe. That is when you can check the box of it is brand aligned and it covers those 3 areas. So here's the takeaway of how you can really go from it feeling challenging to get dressed for your business every single morning or most mornings to, okay, I gotta get dressed now. Get dressed, go on that Facebook call, nail it. You are excited, you are energized, and you get 10 new people for your new offer. Wouldn't that be amazing? Yes. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. 3 things. Okay. So what I want you to do, I said in an hour. So I want you to, and even if you are in the middle of a season, I want you to plan as best as you can. Life comes with interruptions and things that pop up, right? That's okay. We're going to focus on doing as much in preparing for the rest of the season as we can because it's going to make it so much easier. So what I want you to do is for like 10 minutes, look at your calendar and see, okay, what do I have going on? What business outfits do I need, for for the rest of the season, for the next month, we'll say, and write it down. Do you need any speaking outfits? Do you need any like VIP day? Are you going on Zoom? Are you, or is it, like mainly just kind of regular business outfits and you might be on Instagram here and there? Write that all down. Write down those business outfits that you need. And then you are going to spend 20 minutes on really auditing your wardrobe. Now, if you're like, haha, 20 minutes, no. 20 hours, probably. Okay. I hear you. If your wardrobe is so big that it just feels so overwhelming, I want you to look at those outfits that you need and like gauge approximately, like, let's go for 10 outfits. Okay. 10 outfits that you can wear for your business that are going to cover those events. So you do not have to go through your whole wardrobe, but you're going to go and be like, okay, like 10 tops, or even, you can mix and match, find 8 tops, find 5 tops, and be like, is this good quality? Does this fit me? Okay. And then you're going to take those tops. Also, sorry. So, is this good quality? Does this fit me? And then think about like, so let's say you're holding up a shirt. Think about, how do I feel when I wear this? Maybe you need to put it on. Do you feel like that woman that you are becoming? Does it help you, or does it feel below that woman? If it checks that, great. Then, okay, does it work for my client? Something super easy that you can think about when you're trying to like have it draw in your best premium clients is think about how your client or like how one or two or three of your best clients, how do they dress? As a leader, you want to dress a little bit better. Better may not be the word. A little bit more formal than them, a little bit dressier than them. Okay. So think about what they would wear as they're showing up for meetings. Or, even like if a client, yeah, like what a few of them will wear, or think of a client that you maybe want to get and you haven't yet. Like think about how she dresses and dress a little bit above that. Okay. So does it fit? Check that box, this bust that you're considering. And then does it align with your brand values? So this is something that you should be thinking on right now and anytime you buy new pieces. So think about, okay, like what is this piece communicating? I like to give the example, like if you are a trauma coach and you want people to feel peaceful, to feel calm, to feel like they trust you, um, when they're working with you, to think of that when you're during your business. Blue is a great color for trusting. Um, a pattern that, has softer colors or simple colors are great. Maybe a polka dot blouse, probably not so much. Could maybe do stripes, maybe do like a cream and a beige stripe so that it's just very calm colors, something like that. So just like hold it up and be like, okay, if this was my client, is it matching like is it speaking my brand values? I want them to feel calm. I want them to trust. Does this say trust me? Does this feel calm? So look at that blouse. Does it answer those questions? If yes, keep it. So you're just gonna go through that. Go for 8 blouses and put them in. If you can put them, by yourself, I'd highly recommend it, like I have here, or just put them in a section with your in your wardrobe, and you'll know this is my business section, so that when you go, you're not experiencing decision fatigue. You are like, okay, here's my section, here's all I need to decide from, and know and just pick from those. Um, so you're going to do the audit. Well, okay, so you're going to do the um, 10-minute where you are um, looking at your calendar. You are thinking like, what do I have going on? What different outfits do I need? And then you're going to do that initial audit. Honestly, I would plan for 20 minutes for just thinking like for finding the tops and bottoms of like, is this good quality? Does this fit me? And then doing 20 more minutes of thinking like a brand alignment. Like, does this make me feel like the business identity I want to? is this going to be for my best client, attract my best client, and does it match my brand values? Okay, so we got 10 minutes and then we got 20 minutes, and 20 minutes, that equals 50 minutes. So then the last 10 minutes, see what you have, okay? And then see, okay, put the top and the bottoms together and be like, do you have a speaking outfit that you can make out of that? Do you have all of your outfits that you need for those different events that you put in your that you wrote down at the beginning? And if so, something that you could help too, and that you could do very quickly, is just at the top and the bottom, snapshot it. You can do it on your bed and know, like, okay, this is for my speaking event next month. And this top and this bottom can be for that networking event I have going on. And just honestly, just pairing, oh my goodness, it down to just those like 8 tops and some bottoms. It's going to help so much in the decision fatigue. And then as you go and do, you know, making sure that you have things for those events, and then really being brand aligned, you are doing the hard work quickly, and it's going to make a world of difference. Think about, like I said, the grocery shopping. When you plan your meals and you write down just the ingredients and you go to the store, it is so smooth and quick. If you can't find something, that's tricky, but otherwise, like, it's boom, boom, boom. And like, you're in, you got the things, you go, and you're done. And you are ready for the week to plan for meals, right? And so this is how it can be when you are intentional and you take an hour to figure out what you actually need, figure out what you actually have, and make sure that it is going to fulfill what you need to be wearing for your business. Now, if you need pieces, if you're like, I don't even have 8 tops, I have a resource for you. So if you are needing to do some shopping, and you're like, I looked through my stuff and my clothes are not matching. Some of my clothes are not matching. I do not have enough for my business outfits for the rest of the season, the rest of this month. Then I have a guide, a trending guide for you, style guide for you. So it is going to make shopping so easy. So basically, it's an online guide. It has layers, it has tops, it has bottoms. It is aligned with the trends, that the fashion trends going on. And there are many to choose from, so that you can wear the one that's going to make you feel like that businesswoman that you are. You can find the one that is at the level that you need to dress for your client, and find the one that is going to align with your brand values. So, and then all you have to do is click. It takes you right to the website. Get it shipped. Like, so easy. So I'm going to put the link for that trend guide below. But here's the thing, is that you have to get dressed for your business, right? If you are showing up, you need to be showing up aligned and consistent with your brand. You want your style to make you feel confident as that woman that you are becoming, that business female founder that you're becoming, right? You can have fun and actually have an easy experience, an easy answer to the question, what should I wear for my business today? That is totally possible for you. I challenge you, take an hour, set your timer, maybe tonight or a weeknight this week or an hour this weekend, and you can really truly transform your business wardrobe so that getting dressed and wearing that amazing outfit for your business, it's going to make it so much easier. All right. Well, that is all I have for you today. But remember and know that I am always cheering you on in your style. God created this business that you have to make a high impact, and you can really use your style when it is brand aligned, when it is simplified and intentional to be seen more, remembered more, and ultimately hired more. And what that means is that you are impacting so many more people through your business.